Hi Felters, I'm just going to do a little voiceover here and welcome you properly in a minute. This was my trip to Rotterdam with my son. I took some crochet with me. It was his first time on a plane, so it was really exciting. We had an amazing apartment. It was open plan. It was the 17th floor on a building, and we had this balcony area which was huge outside. The weather was excellent and the views were incredible. It was the hum of the city. After a while I was quite pleased to come home, but Rotterdam, wow, it's beautiful, it's clean, tidy, modern. So this was Ahoy, which is for TwitchCon for streamers. It was a 2-day event. So there were people streaming, this was Artists Alley. So this was what I was interested in. I thought I'd go and have a look and just see what it's all about for my son. So I went on the first day. This lady had a load of crocheted items. There were stickers, there was hand sewn items as well. So it was really interesting for me to have a look at it all. Obviously, I'm not a streamer. I'm not really in that world. I don't really understand it. But it was interesting to go and have a look. There was a Lego sort of building competition. There were people in outfits all dressed up, streamers everywhere, and a big yellow duck. But this sums it up. A lady in a potato outfit dancing to rave music. It was fun. I did enjoy it. So looking around Rotterdam, I went off on my own the next day and I went to see this. It's a big museum building. It wasn't open. See, there's trees on the top. I would have loved to have gone to the gardens, but it was really interesting with all the mirror, the way that the mirror reflects the sky. That's me walking towards it. It was, yeah, a fascinating building, lovely gardens and walkways all around it. So I then wandered up the street and I went towards, it's called the Market House, I think it is. I'll show you that in a minute. Lovely waterways all the way through. This is a sort of a party street at night, so it's nice for me to go and have a look during the day. It's not something I'd want to go there at night, but lots of street artists, really actually beautiful street artists. And then carried on, found a couple of shops. This was an interesting hippie shop, had so much stuff in it. Had a look round. The chat was really, really helpful. Everybody speaks English. I learned how to say, can you speak English? Sprecht u Engels? And they would say, of course. So, they're just so impressive over there. So this is, I think it's called Market House. This is a huge place with loads of food venues. So all those windows are actually apartments. Those are the apartments on the outside, and the windows look down into it. It was absolutely definite. If you go there, you have to visit it. Some of the food places are 2-story with even inside it, so you can sit at the top floor. And it had every kind of food that you would want. So Indian, Japanese, English, Turkish, every kind of food you could possibly want. You'll definitely find something there to eat. These are little chorizos and cheese in handheld things. These are little pudding sweetie things, so they were really good. And this is looking at it from the other end with the beautiful floral painting all the way over the top. I chose to eat here because I'd seen it recommended on YouTube by someone else. I couldn't eat it all. I had to take it home in a takeaway. It was so much. And then I got on this bike where you sit in the back, and the chat was lovely. He'd actually been to Ireland an awful lot. His English was excellent as well. And so I got back. But this I have to show you. This is how good they are with their bikes. This is their bike park. And you take even the mopeds and all the bikes go down there, and there's literally tens of thousands of bikes stored underneath there. It's so impressive what they do. And then we came home. Hi Felters, and welcome to July. I feel in my head we're in June. How are you all? I hope you're all well. Welcome if you're new, and thank you for coming back if you're not. My name is Philippa. I'm sure you guys know that if you've clicked on a video with Felts by Philippa. And I'm a needle felting artist, and I run my small business. I never really introduce what I do at the beginning of a vlog, and I should for the new people. So I run a needle felting business selling kits, online courses, PDFs. I occasionally do workshops, and I do craft fairs and YouTube. And I take you along on the journey with me through these vlogs, and I have loads of tutorials too. July. Right, so I got back from Rotterdam, loved it, showed you the footage, had a great time. my kits were down to about 4. I was so lucky that not many people ordered before I went. Got back, spent 2 days restocking all the kits, got that all the way back up to about 40, and I've got loads up there. I don't really get that many orders in summer. When I say not that many, it's like I'm lucky if I get 5 a week. Whereas in the September, October, November, I'm getting quite a few a week. So that just gives you an idea of quantity. So I've got all of those stocked up. That will probably last me for quite a while. And I came back, and because I've got Yarndale coming up, which is a big 2-day event in September, I thought, right, I'll write down how many items I want to take. And I promptly wrote down, how many did I write down? Yeah, so I've got this list here, and I wrote that down. And I added it all up, and it was about 87 items. And then I realised there was only 79 days. And some items take me 2 days, and I can do 2 or 3 in 1 day. So even with that ratio, it would be really tight. So I cut this down a bit, and I've got it down to about 60 items. And then I have some items already made, which I'm going to take. And I thought, okay, that's great. And then Crafts in the Pen came back with, that is the big show in November, a 2-day show. Same venue, Skipton, North Yorkshire, or Yorkshire. And I've got into that as well. And ultimately, I think my products are better for Crafts in the Pen. And then I applied to Yarndale as a backup sort of thing. And then I got Yarndale first, and I've accepted and paid for that. So I kind of feel I definitely don't want to turn Crafts in the Pen down. It's 6 weeks after Yarndale, so it's going to be a bit tight. I'm going to do them both. My husband, so Yarndale I'm now doing on my own because my husband and son are going on a trip. My son was going to help me, but I'm going to be all right. But my husband can help me with the one in November, so that's really good. So how it's all going to work is, if I go to Yarndale, say I have in all 80 items, and if I'm lucky I sell 40, then I will have a sort of head start for Crafts in the Pen. On only have to make another 40 or so just to make it a really good event. So I think I can cope. The only thing that's going to be difficult is keeping up with the kits outside of it, but it's mid-November, and then, you know, I'll be all right. I'll be back and I can make kits up, and anything I don't sell will go online and might sell for the last few weeks leading up to Christmas. So we have got a double whammy of 2 big events now, which for me as a small business is quite a lot, but I'm going to do it. And if I turn Crafts in the Pen down now, I don't think I'd get back in next year. So that's why I'm going to do it and see which one is better. Will I continue both? Who knows? We'll see. But it's exciting. We've got lots to do for them, haven't we? And lots to plan. So Art Week started last Sunday, and I've got my 2 cows in it. My husband's got his 2 pictures in it. And we put things down. It's quite interesting because there's quite a few other felted items, or not a few, there's a few more other felted items. Zoe Stainton's works there. I'll just show you some of the other pieces down there that I managed to get some footage of for you. So this lady had 2 felted hares, and they were quite large actually. So this one's got just a little flower on the back leg there, and then this is covered in flowers. And then I also found this, I think it's a goose or a duck, beside it, and there was a picture behind it because you're only allowed to put 2 items in. These are Zoe's items, Zoe Stainton, who I featured before, and she was actually a feature artist in Holmfirth last week, but she had her pieces in quite a few venues because you've got fringe venues as well. These were nice, so they're sort of flat but with some 3D sculptural work sort of in them, mushrooms and poppies. I thought they were really sweet. These pictures on black, stunning. I wish I could do something like that. Really gorgeous. Those had both sold. And then this was some pottery I quite liked. Of course, I like my mushrooms. And then I saw this felted picture was nice, 2D felted picture. So there you go. So my husband went down yesterday and had a look on the Wednesday, and none of our stuff has sold. Well, it's only 4 items, but it's kind of sad because you would like things to sell. It just sort of gives you a positive feedback, doesn't it, when things sell. But if they don't, at least those items will go towards my 2 big events now, and I will have donated, because it costs you £20 just to enter, and that £20 goes straight to charity. So, you know, it's not the end of the world, but it's just, it would be lovely if we sold 1 of our 4 items in there. I will keep you posted over the next few days. So yesterday I went to the Great Yorkshire Show. I think I'm going to do that footage as a standalone video, because this video would end up being quite chunky with other things that aren't completely sort of needle felting. So I think I might put that as a standalone, but my goodness, that was a show and a half, and I only managed to do a little bit. Do go and watch it. The sheep breeds are amazing. There's so many. I could have spent so much more time, but because I was demonstrating for Crafty Fibres, I couldn't spend that much time walking around, and then I had to drive home, and travelling, the traffic was horrendous. But wow, that's a big show. It costs you £35 to get in, so it's an awful lot for a ticket. But I can see why now, because it's huge. So Great Yorkshire Show, Harrogate is where it's based, and next year I'm going to go with my husband, not do any demoing or anything like that, hopefully, and spend the whole day there, and maybe do a whole proper video. But yeah, the sheep alone, it's lovely to see all the sheep breeds. Really enjoyed it. So the start of the month, I made these items here. I'll just put them up on the screen. A couple of hanging cow baubles, and another of my sitting down Highland cows. My temperature blanket is up to date. I'm doing quite well, but the other items I can't keep up with right now. I've also done these two. I'll show you sort of close up. I haven't done the backs of them yet. Punch needle is really quick, people. Compared to needle felting, it is so quick. But yes, I've done the sheep and the Highland cow. Basically, excuse me. Basically, I have about another 10 of these hoops. So I am going to fill them up with punch needle and take them to Yarndale and Crafts in the Pen just to sell them, because I have invested in the hoops and I have the linen and the wool. So I'm just going to take them and sell them. So when I went to Great Yorkshire Show, on the stand, Crafty Fibres had some wools. So this was a wool that I bought. I'll show you a close-up. So it's made by Paintex, Hand Painted Yarns. I think that's the name of her company. But this is Crafty Fibres fibre that they sent off to a lady in Turkey who hand dyes them. So that was really nice. I was sitting right beside it whilst I was demoing, looking at them going, I definitely want that one. And then also, something I spotted from their fibres they were selling, it's Lycell fibre, and this is it in the bag, and I'll show you a close-up, but basically it looks like it would be quite good. I was just specifically thinking of 2D needle felted waves and getting the shimmer in water. You can see the shimmer in it, and I have no idea what Lycell fibre is. But I thought that was an interesting one, so I've got some of, well, they gave me that to bring back to show you guys. So Holmfirth Art Week have the main venue, which is where most of the artists are, and then lots of fringe venues, which could be restaurants, coffee shops, and they have artists in those as well. And we went to eat at a restaurant, and I just have to show you, I purchased this just to support a local artist. I really, really love it. It's a oil, or it could be balsamic vinegar sort of dispenser, but I really like the colours. Goes with my nails. Oh, I had mushrooms painted on my nails. She did such a good job. They're so pretty. So yeah, I purchased this just to support one of the local artists, but I thought it was really nice. And then lastly, just for this section, I wanted to mention, some of you guys must have bought the massage gun from Bob and Brad. I know one of you definitely did, because they contacted me for another one. And I thought, no, I won't. But then I saw it's a new one, I think, and it's got heat and cold. So I was really intrigued by it. And I've got it, and we're going to test it out. So thank you so much, anyone that bought one before. I don't expect you to buy them, and I do give you a discount. But it's also really useful for me because I have quite a lot of aches and pains at the moment. So this is the kind of thing that I am using to help me with those injuries that I have. So, but yeah, we'll go through this at some point. Just want to show you these as well. These are from Holmfirth Art Week, and I didn't notice it. My husband did. These are wet felted. I should imagine wet felted. I don't think they're needle felted. But this is wool. I actually thought these were pictures from afar, but look at them, really beautiful. The blending is really well done. So yeah, really impressed with those. Yeah, Art Week, just to update you, I'm so lucky. On the Friday before it finished, I sold my sort of ginger Highland cow, and then on the Saturday, the very last day, I sold the other one. So I was over the moon that I sold both pieces. Didn't expect that because it was quite late on in the week, but really, really happy. husband's cutting the grass. Let me just shut the window. So those are the items that I made on that productivity day video, which it's really funny because it's like a different style of video and it appeals to different people, and it did quite well. And it's like, why do some videos do well and some don't? You never really know, but if you're answering questions, you can normally know that that video is gonna be viewed by a few people. But when it's just a productivity day, it's not that exciting or anything. It's just following me for a day. But I quite like watching other people and what they do in a day. So, you know, why wouldn't it be interesting? But anyway, thanks for everyone who watched that and gave me such lovely comments on it. And I did get quite a few things done. So, oh, I also did a live stream. You gotta be proud of me. I'm doing it. I'm trying to push myself out of my comfort zone. I absolutely dislike the video, the live stream that's up, because I'm sitting here going, trying to read the comments, and I couldn't keep the comments up. But thank you. Is it Chicken Run Creations? I think you gave me the idea of putting it on my laptop. So the comments are on there and then I can just concentrate on my phone. So that's a really, that's what I'll try next time. And I'll do another one. I had such positive feedback from everybody. It's just nice to get together. It was like getting together and chatting. And I was just felting the hair and I was bored and I thought, oh, just give it a go, try it. So I definitely will do another one or two or three or four, see how it goes and see if, you know, if people want to be there and want to sort of engage, because that's the reason for doing it, isn't it? So items I'm at the moment for the Yarndale countdown, this is what it's all going to be about for the next few months. I have 48 items to go and 68 days. I am doing this hair at the moment, but it's such a long-winded project that if I just sat and did that, I wouldn't have any wins. So I kind of just do it in between, and these things are like an evolving process for me of seeing what needs to be changed, what needs to be improved. So I sort of take my time with that, and I'm just doing a Highland cow. I mean, God, I can just revert to doing one of these Highland cows literally every day. But if I do one of these, it will make me feel like I've had a win for the day, so I can get the number down. Crafty Fibres are sending back, there was 3 items they didn't sell, so they sold 3 of my items at the Great Yorkshire Show, which is what I went to, and they had some pieces that I'd made for them. Well, I made one there as well, so they'd sold 3 or 4. And then I made one, so 3 are coming back. So I'm going to include them in knocking things off my list, which is cheating, but it's going to make me feel good and make me feel I'm getting there. Because when you're faced with 60 items to make, it's like I watched Cozy Buckeye and she said, how do you eat an elephant? 1 piece at a time. So it's not a very nice analogy, but how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. You know, how do you get these numbers down? But is by literally just starting doing it. Don't think about it, just keep doing it. And then all of a sudden I'll be in the 25s, the 20s, and you'll be like, oh, not long to go. So, and then anything I make after that is a win. So I'm just making this. I'm actually timing myself. There we go, it's back on. So it's been, I'm going to add a few minutes because I didn't start it when I was doing this. It's about 15 minutes to get to this stage. So I'm doing the firm base. So I'm timing myself properly for one of these just to make sure that the price I'm going to charge for them is fair. And I'm also going to add on a percentage cost for being at Yarndale and try and really price things as fairly as possible. I mean, I'm not out to be, you know, like proper artists and they times it by 2.4 once you get your material and labour costs. And I'm not doing any of that. I just want to sort of be paid for my labour, basically, and you want smaller items. Yarndale, I have been given my stand number, G15. So I've looked it up and I'm really, really pleased with that. Actually, it's a really good position. It's sort of in the middle, and then probably about a third up an aisle. I've got to do, well, they've asked if people want to do videos of their business, their craft for them, just short little videos. And my son has just got himself a really nice camera because he's quite into, he's doing graphics and animation at university, but he's just been practicing with it, and I'm going to try and get him to video because I watch quite a lot of YouTubers that use really nice cameras and it is a nice aesthetic, it does look good. But so he's going to help me do a little mini video and I'll put it on here. Will I? Yes, I have to. I have to put it on YouTube for them to access it. That's how it goes. But it has to be private to begin with. So you will see it eventually. So that'll be good to see the quality difference, because that's what one day I'll aim to do, is to have a proper camera and edit things properly. So yeah, doing the hair. And oh, so this has arrived. It's from, let's get the address, Beehive Yarns. So I'm just going to open that now. So I've ordered some more wool. So these are a fade set, and I've been looking at them for ages. I haven't bought anything for a while. Oh, cute. I get stickers. Oh, they're nice. Look, little stickers. Oh, I like that. Nice business card. So Beehive Yarns. I love people's business cards when they're nicely done. So it's a fade set. There we go. Yarn fade. So it's snowbound, winter woodland and pine. Snowbound, winter woodland and pine. But I'll get them out. There we go. It's probably not focused on them. I'll try and get you a clip over the top if it hasn't focused. But there we go. That's my wool purchase for now. Not buying any more for a bit. But yeah, really pleased with that. So and now Yarndale's going to be the next place I'm going to see loads of wool. But I'm not going to have time to buy anything, hopefully, especially because I'm on my own. But yeah, just cracking on and hopefully get this hair finished. I'm having my nails done today, so I'm going to put a more muted colour on for filming the Herdwick. Because I just think they're a bit, you don't want people to be looking at your green hands when they're focusing on the Herdwick on a video that's going to last a long, long time, or this online tutorial. So it's a silly thing to think, oh, I'll wait till I have my nails done, but it's really important to me. My hands have been really bothering me on tutorials lately because they're beginning to look older. So I'm trying to do everything I can to make them look a bit nicer. So yeah, having my nails done today. So I just finished this guy. I've been doing him throughout the day. It is, what's the time? 5:15. Had my nails done, really happy with them. And I've stopped the clock on 89 minutes, which is an hour and 29. So as I thought, these guys do take me an hour and a half. I'm really pleased with them, how I'm getting them really fluffy and yeah. So yeah, hour and a half. So I'm really happy with the price I'm sort of charging and how much it cost me, and because I put them on the wood slice as well. In the evenings I like to try and have a sit down in my bedroom because we've got quite a nice view from the window, and just try and do a bit of crochet as a reward for felting during the day. I'm still doing the hair. I also wanted to say a big thank you for everyone's kind words about my back. It is a lot better. It took about 3 weeks, but the ability to tie your own shoelaces or just to lean forwards that little tiny bit when you're cleaning your teeth and it not hurt is just amazing. You really, really appreciate it. But yeah, still doing the hair. He's just going to take me a while. I just have to accept things take me ages, but I like the shape so far for him.
Brand new street and brand new me. Side by friends I need. Don't you tell me that you're in town. I already know. Couple days ago. Hey, now that our names are written in stone, let's be honest, sounds like home. Still I'm here alone and I'm calling your phone. I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I wish I could dream about somebody else. I wish I could talk when the silence so loud. I wish, oh I wish. I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I wish I could do something that will make sense. I wish I would know what you're thinking about.
So I'm just having a bit of a break from the Herdwick course. I've finished the Herdwick. Let me show you him. There he is. So I'm really pleased with him. I love his little legs and the hooves, and because I've improved it a bit. By having the workshop, I sort of learnt quite a lot off seeing other people do it. So there he is. It's a bit tricky to show him. So I filmed it all, and now I've got to voice over everything and then upload. And I'm just taking a break from it because it's been quite hot. We've had fantastic weather. So I thought I'd start doing this. And this is the kit I bought at, I think it was the latest one I went to. Or was it East Anglia Yarn Festival? So it's this really cute, it's called Sunburst Crossbody Bag by Susie Jules, or Susie Jules Creates. And she's got a YouTube video on it. It is really interesting because I'm such a beginner and I've not done any granny squares or anything yet. I've literally, the things that I'm doing is like one stitch repeat, and it's really simple. But yeah, this is quite good. It's quite tricky. So the big recycled cotton things that I did, they're quite hard on the hands because you have to really sort of pull it through. Let me show you one of those. So this is the one that I made up of all the spare bits that I had left over. This is sort of quite chunky cotton yarn, and it's quite tough on the hands to do, but it doesn't take long. It's quite effective, quite quick, and it looks nice. And this is a cotton yarn. It sort of splits a bit, and the kit came with this crochet hook, and so I tried for a while with it, and I didn't really like it. It wasn't very smooth because you're doing these stitches here and you have to pull through 5 or 6 loops at the end of them. That's a bubble stitch. I can't remember the name of that. But so I swapped to one of mine, which I don't like to do because it changes the tension of your piece. But I mean, look at it. It's not exactly perfect, is it, with me as a beginner? But yes, I'm enjoying this. So I'm just going to do a little bit of this with you.
Through the door, I'm hit by the same old tide, blinded by the lights, and I'm going through changes, but it's easier with you. I'm going through changes, and so are you. I live for the moments when you're around me.
So I've just finished the bag, and I have to say I really like it. I think it's really sweet. It's the first time I've sort of done sort of a granny square type shape, so I'm really pleased to have tried that. I did find the cotton yarn quite tricky to begin with because it splits quite easily. There's a lot of strands, but I got used to it. You get everything you need. The button is beautiful. It's a little butterfly button. You get stitch markers. That's all the cotton I had left, the cotton yarn I had left over. I was pleased that I had my own hook to use instead of that one. I just found my hook was a bit smoother, but you know, how cute is that for a first go? So I'm really pleased with it. So yeah, that is Susie Jules Creates, and she's got a YouTube channel as well. So it's the 1st of August. We are having some fantastic weather at the moment. Summer has definitely arrived, so we can't complain about that. I always feel like I haven't achieved that much, but I have actually filled up this box in the garage of Highland cows, and I don't show you that because it's just me needle felting Highland cows, which is really, really boring. But as you can see, I've done quite a few. I'm still working on the hair. That's still ongoing. I've also dyed up some wool recently, and it did not come out the colour I wanted it to at all, which is the whole point. That's why wool dyers do it. They're professionals, but I just do it to have fun. It's still lovely colours, and I'm really pleased with it, and I will probably combine it with another colour and make something out of it. But the wool's lovely too, but I was aiming for something slightly different. I won't say what. I also have to thank Maddie from Maddie Wilson Art. She sent me some beautiful stickers. That's a little sheep sticker. And there's a little mushroom sticker. And she watches the channel and she just wanted to send them as a thank you. So she has a Etsy shop, Maddie Wilson Art. So if you like her stickers, do go and have a look. We're just going to talk about the Bob and Brad massage gun in a sec, because I have really enjoyed it and found it really useful. So as I showed you earlier in the video, this is the Bob and Brad C2 Pro massage gun with hot and cold therapy. It's so unusual and it does it really well. So it's a sturdy machine. It's got 5 different massage heads. This is the hot and cold one, I'll show you in a minute. 5 different speeds. It's got 44 pounds of stool force, which I don't really understand what that is, but when you hold it against your body, you know some massage guns stop working. This one sort of continues to work and sort of you can press it into your skin, so it's really useful. But the hot and cold is quite something, so I'm going to turn it on for you. It's a little bit louder than the smaller massage gun I showed you last month, but it's a much sturdier machine. We've been using it on my daughter's back because her back's been really bad, and I've been using it on my arms as well because my arm has been aching from felting, and personally I think it really helps. So the hot and cold, the hot has 2 levels and so does the cold. It's not so hot it would burn you or anything like that, and the cold is really impressive. A fan comes on when it works, and it's such an unusual thing that it would be able to produce cold, so I find it fascinating. But it's great for sore muscles, joints, recovery from injury. There's lots of YouTube reviews from actual physiotherapists, so do go and have a look at those online as well if it's something you're interested in. In the UK it's £99. I'm not sure of the price in the US, but I have got 2 links below to 10% off for a UK and a US from Amazon. So do go and have a look. If you're interested in getting a massage gun, it's definitely very well made and very sturdy, so it's definitely worth the money from that point of view. But like I said, the one last month was a little bit smaller in the hand, a little bit easier and a little bit quieter, but this is definitely one to look at, especially with the hot and cold. So thank you very much, Bob and Brad, for supplying me with this product. August is going to be super busy. Part of me feels I shouldn't do art in the pen because it's quite a lot of work for the autumn, but I'm going to ignore that, stick to my guns and do it, because how am I going to know which one would be better for my business in the future? I don't think I'll do both of them next year, put it that way. I am at, well, it says 39, but I've got 30, I'm down to 38 items to make, and it's probably 50 days. I haven't worked out the days. So once I finish the Herdwick course, I'm going to be cracking on and making items. I find I can't make that many items in a day. We've got so much going on in our family life at the moment. We're really quite busy, but it's the summer holidays and that's what happens. So, and that's why this job is great, because it's so flexible. August, yeah, we're going to be cracking on. So I hope to see you on the 1st of September with a really good studio vlog, and hopefully that number 38 will be way down and then we'll be into Yarndale. People are already making pumpkins. Has anyone else made pumpkins? I haven't, but I've heard people are making pumpkins. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Take care.